icon in comedy, a fighter for freedoms, an accomplished entertainer, and a pervert. You've got problems, he's got problems. You've got questions, he's got answers, some of which are good. Call now 866-WOW-1-WOW. That's 866-969-1969. This is the Jim Norton Show.
Yeah, the Jim Norton Show. I got to get my, while I'm saying hello to you guys, I just realized I don't have my thing on. Remember what a big laugh that would have got when you were a kid if you said I don't have my thing on? Your friends really would have ribbed you. What do you mean your thing? But this little condom that goes over the, where I talking to, I guess it stops me from fucking popping my things. I'm cranky today. You know, I've basically been shitting like a popped water balloon. Not today, because I ate a banana and I drank no coffee after the show. I went apartment hunting in Brooklyn because the one that I've been looking at is there's financial problems that have nothing to do with me. So I'm not even that freaked out about it. I have a good accountant and the lawyer is helpful. So it's kind of nice to have people helping you out. And let me say I'm coming to Houston and Dallas August 21 and 22. And there was a pre-sale that happened today. But of course, I didn't know that there was a fucking pre-sale code. So if you're in Houston or Dallas and you want to get the tickets today before they officially go on sale tomorrow, you go to Ticketmaster, you look for my name, and the word is comedy. What a shitty code word. But, you know, I'm just so fucking annoyed that I didn't know that. And I'm just really cranky. My stupid water balloon shits. I'm happy to be losing weight, but I'm in a foul mood. What's up, Danielle in Canada? How are you?
I'm just peachy.
Yes, what's up?
A couple of months ago, my ex decided to up and completely leave me, clear my bank account, take a bunch of electronics and everything, and head off across country because I'm on the East Coast and he was heading out west. So I ended up filing a police report because he stole my crap. And anyway, at that point, I found out that the person I'd been with for about a year and a half was a registered sex offender and had 3 or 4 warrants out for his arrest out in Alberta where he was headed.
Well, those could have been misunderstandings, don't forget. They might have been misunderstandings.
No misunderstandings.
What did he do?
There was a theft, there was unpaid child support in the amount of about $20,000, and there was something to do with a sexual assault. And they were all warrants out for his arrest. And what I did was I tracked him across the country because he stole my iPhone. So I lost my iPhone app and tracked him across the country. And as soon as he hit Alberta, I started calling RCMP and the cops. And they ended up pulling him over about an hour away from his destination. And he's been in jail ever since.
Wait, what exactly did that? What did he do? I'm sorry. He did what? He had stolen all my crap, and he had the warrants out for his arrest across the country, so I had ended up... But what is registered child offender, it says here?
The registered sex offender, it was for a rape that he had done.
Did you know about this?
I had no idea until the day he left.
So the question is, how do you regain the trust? You want to trust this guy?
Well, no, not with him, but just in general. Like, this is somebody that I dated for a year and a half. How am I, and I had no idea that he had this double life.
So how do you trust another person?
Yes.
Well, most people are not property thief rapists. Like, you got a bad one. The odds of you getting... Chances are, I always notice that whenever something turns up really fucked up about a person... A lot of times, there's times where you just don't know, but there's other times where I ignore my instincts. Like I could tell that there's something wrong, or there's warning signs that I ignore. So definitely trust your instincts better next time. But hey, look, it happens. I mean, don't go.
And I mean, I had like little inklings that he was like, stealing money from either like my purse or something here or there. But it was like $10 here, $10 there. We've been living together, so it's like whatever. But that was probably a warning sign that I definitely didn't pay attention to.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Next time, trust your guts and what you need. Okay, trust your instincts a little bit better, and don't close your eyes just because you like somebody.
Oh yeah, no, I probably won't do that ever again.
All right, thank you, sweetheart, very much for the call. Okay.
No problem. Thank you.
Bye, Danielle. Let's see. Oh God, Alex in Florida. What a question. How you doing, buddy? Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So what's your question?
All right, so I've got my girlfriend here with me, and it's a weird situation because I don't come every time I have sex, and pretty much for her to be able to come, she needs like emotional attachment, but she also needs to know that like I'm having a good time.
Sure.
So it's kind of screwing up her head that that's how I am. Sometimes I beat off and I don't come.
Sure.
So
let me ask you: you don't come. Can you come and you just kind of hold that feeling back until it goes away?
No, there'll be times where like I am like furiously trying to come, or she's putting in a lot of work to make me come. It's just a physical thing. Sometimes I can't do it.
Oh, okay. So how do you make her feel better about it?
Yeah. What can I do to let her know I'm having a good time, like even though I might not come?
Say things that are sexy, like "Holy mackerel, this is fun." Like while you're fucking, like "Holy Toledo, this is more fun than a barrel of monkeys, for Pete's sake." No, all you can do is tell her, "Look, sometimes I don't come. It has nothing to do with you." Tell her what you just told me. If she's right there, she just heard you. And then she has to accept that. She can't make it all about herself in the sense that, hey, if he's not coming, he's not having fun. No, you're having fun. So tell her just to relax and enjoy herself. And by the way, why is it that you have to guarantee she comes if she can't guarantee that you come?
It's an ego thing. Like, a lot of times I'm happy. I'm not too upset I don't come, but I'd rather have her having a good time than me necessarily. Because, as a guy, you get your nut off and it's like a 10-second thing, feels good, and then you fucking roll over and want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
But for a woman, it's, they probably get a little more pleasure out of it than we do.
I would just suggest being honest with her and telling her to relax and just reassure her that you're having a good time. That's what I would do. I would just go, "Look, I really am enjoying this. That feels good." Like if she's sucking your dick, really let her know. Say something like, "Holy shit, you suck dick good. You must have been a kid when you learned to do this." Sexy things like that.
Okay, so just reassurance pretty much?
Yeah, I would say reassurance. Okay?
All right.
Be good, buddy.
Thanks, Jim.
Okay. All right, Matt in Boston, you're a comic and an MC told you not to say something. What's up?
Hi, Jimmy. I was doing comedy Thursday night, and was on stage. I was telling, I kind of called myself a faggot on stage, and a kid took me aside, the kid who emceed it, and he's like, we'd appreciate it if you didn't use that, and you're mentioning that here. We're trying to attract an LGBT crowd. I took this criticism to heart a little bit. I was like, what are you, censoring me now? Like, I really didn't think the way I used it in that context was bad. So I'm wondering,
probably right.
Just using that word, it turns people off, huh?
Well, it depends on the context you use it in. And again, you said you're an open micer, and it's different because people aren't necessarily going there to see Matt. So, hey, look, sometimes you have to pick your battles. Like, if you need the word faggot, or if it's a good club and he's like, look, we're trying to attract this client, you could go, look, this guy's kind of a dick. But he did tell you why they're doing it. So you could choose to honor that or just not work there. Like, there's places that want you to work clean. I don't work there. I don't do corporate gigs because they want you to work clean, and that's not how I work. So a lot of people have their rules or their requests. You can choose to honor it and work there or not honor it and not.
Okay.
Okay, buddy?
I'm having difficulty with, the dancing around topics and words and things. I'm really new at this.
Yeah, none of us like to do it, but there are times where it strengthens you to do it. Like there are times when I'm working on material at the Comedy Cellar where I'll do it a lot cleaner because I know that if I get caught into a dirty rut, then it just becomes too easy, and it's like then I don't even know if the joke is funny. So I try to work it out cleaner, and then once I know it's good, excuse me for yawning. Oh,
Yeah.
Then I can always be dirtier.
Okay.
Right?
Appreciate it.
All right, thanks a lot, man.
Bye.
Bye. Let's see here. David in Illinois wants to ask a muffin top question.
Jimmy.
Hey.
Man, pleasure to talk to the world's greatest comedian.
Oh, stop. What's up, buddy?
I want to know, I've lost 111 pounds, and I gained
awesome.
about, 8 pounds of muscle. So I'm going the right direction, but how did you, when you lost weight, because you look great, how did you get rid of that damn muffin top? Because mine just won't fucking go away.
Well, I still have some of it. I'd say the Whole30 diet has helped me in the last 2 months. And the fucking fact that, literally I've been shitting so much for the last week or so. But is it hanging skin for you?
Well, it's not really hanging down, drooping, but it's just that, using all spare tires, it's right above my belt line, I wear regular jeans and a t-shirt, and, I look in the mirror I've got just like a snake wrapped around my waist. It kind of sticks out there and it just won't fucking go away.
Well, I think all you can do is keep working out and keep doing cardio. Ask a trainer or a nutritionist or ask a doctor, is this just skin that I cannot lose by exercise, or is this just stubborn remaining fat? You know what I mean? They'll be able to tell you pretty easy.
Yeah. Well, right. I asked one guy in my gym, he goes, well, rub Bengay on it and wrap a saran wrap because it helps shrivel skin. I'm like, you gotta be fucking nuts. There's gotta be a better way than that.
No, I never heard that, but hey, why not give it a shot? Do it around your dick first. You see how that works out. All right?
All right, thanks, Jimmy. Love you, man.
Take care, man. Thank you. Brian in Michigan. What's up, buddy?
Going. I have a weird question. My ex-girlfriend from about 8 years ago had just gotten married this year, and her husband died. And I was wondering if it was weird if I went to his visitation just to support her. Her and I were together about 5.5 years.
No, I think that's nice. Did you and him have a contentious relationship?
Say what?
Did you and him have a bad relationship?
No, her and I we broke up amicably and stuff, but
I mean you and the guy. Did you and the guy have a
I didn't know him at all.
I think it's fine to go and support her. As long as your motive is really to be supportive, I think that's nice to do.
Yeah, that's all it's there for. It's just to be, like, here, I'm here for you, but, that's it.
Yeah, or just if you're standing by the casket, don't grab your crotch and say, you see what a mistake you made? Because you could have been choking on this puppy instead. Don't do that.
All right, thank you.
All right, goodbye, sir.
All right, bye.
Take care. What a nice man. Ben in Wisconsin wants to ask about my shows. What's up, Ben?
Well, there, Jimmy. I'm planning on seeing the greatest comic in the world in September in Minneapolis.
Okay.
I think you might know him.
I don't. Oh, there are 2 shows? I didn't even know I was doing 2 shows. Early or late doesn't matter. I do the same material, to be honest with you. So either one, man. I think they'll both be good shows.
You sure the answer's not both?
You know what? I meant to say both. Go see both because I switch it up a lot. Yes. I'm so stupid. Thanks, buddy.
You got it. Have a good one. Thank you.
Be good, man. Let's see here. The recovering sex addict, John. What's up, John? Hi, John.
How are you?
How are you?
Good, swell. So, I've been lucky in regards to my addiction. I quit drinking just before I was of legal age to drink. And then I sort of went from alcohol to sex, and I was pretty much a complete piece of shit. And I'm still sort of dealing with it. There are times where I sort of lapse into being a complete piece of shit.
Yeah, it's hard.
But it seems that the most recent sort of addiction has been food, and I find it the most difficult to approach.
Look what happened. Look what happened to Bobby Kelly. Bobby's in recovery for drinking and getting high, and then when he quit smoking and he's not doing sexual stuff anymore because he's married, And for him, so food became his thing. That's how it happens. We switch from one to the other. It's really hard. Food's a fucking bitch, man.
Really is.
But you talk about going to a 12-step group, that's in your question. Sure, why not try it? I've never been to Overeaters Anonymous, but I've heard it's really good, so why not give it a shot?
Yeah. I've never done it. I've been lucky enough to sort of cope with the other two addictions with just therapy, but it seems that therapy isn't quite enough. So should I just go to any old meeting? Should I just throw myself into it? Does it matter if it's a beginner's meeting or if it's what do I look for?
I would try a beginner's meeting because that's usually the most basic.
Okay.
So yeah, try that.
All right, Jim. I appreciate it.
Good luck, man. Okay, buddy. Josh in Florida, what's up, buddy?
Good boy.
Hey, man. Oh, God.
All right, so check it out. I work at a shop, and a customer of mine, she's 44, I'm 27. She could be older than that, to be honest with you. But what ended up happening is she had a room for rent. I was trying to get out of my situation, and I ended up living with her. And all my friends were like, dude, just whatever you do, don't fuck her. Well, I ended up fucking her. And now it's turning into like a lovey-dovey type thing on her side.
Yeah, of course.
And it's, and it's a really kick-ass place, but, it's like if I don't want to fuck things up for the room, Like, do you move forward with a relationship like that, 44 and 27? Like, does that work out?
It wouldn't with me, but I mean, if you like her, that's up to you, buddy. I mean, for me, I that's not where I would want to go, unless I really like the girl. Who knows? But
no, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, if you don't want to move forward because you don't want to fuck the room up, then definitely don't. But I wouldn't let the age throw you unless that really bothers you.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't bother me, but if we end up dating or bringing her home to mom, hey, it's your same age, mom. What's going on?
Well, I mean, again, you can't worry about what your mom is going to say. You're a grown man.
Yeah.
You're 27.
No, that's true.
Who cares what your parents think?
Yeah, I think I care about too much what other people think sometimes. But so the age difference isn't that big of a deal because I'm thinking about it. I mean, why not? I've never done something like that before.
Yeah, if you like her, why not? I say the worst that can happen is you break up.
Yeah, but I just don't want to lose the room. Should I just say first, listen, the room's the most important thing besides the relationship? Like, how do you approach that conversation?
Because none of that's going to mean anything if you break up anyway. Like, if you break up, she's not going to go, well, he did say the room is more important, I would say that, go forward knowing that it could be a disaster with the room at the end. That's all.
I do appreciate it, sir.
Good luck, you little doll.
Thanks, man.
Hey, what's up, Kent? Great show this morning. Thank you. What's going on?
Hey, Jim. I'm sorry. I'm a little nervous. I'm a big fan of Tough Crowd with Colin Quinn, and you guys, this morning, the best times are when you have Rich Voss and Bobby Kelly there, and you guys just rip on each other, and it's hilarious, absolutely hilarious. I love those shows. I mean, and Tough Crowd just seems like something that would work great on the radio. It was much less visual than it was, listening to you guys. Have you guys ever thought of that?
It's good in theory. When those moments come up, I think the amazing thing is that we don't really plan for them. Do you know what I mean? I think that when they happen, and that's the great part about it, but you can't always plan for it. Like, if you, every day you're going to have somebody in and go, now this is going to be like a Tough Crowd thing. Then, there would be plenty of days where it was stale and didn't work. So, I love Tough Crowd, and I know exactly what you're saying, but you can't really make that happen. We have comedians, and a lot of times it becomes that, which is great. But, and maybe it would work on the radio. But I think depending on that many people, it would begin to get redundant after a while, like anything else.
I see. It's just that your chemistry is amazing. Just like three quick, brilliant, comedic minds just tearing at each other. It's one of the best things on YouTube is the Paralyzed Opie one where it was you guys just ragging on Opie, and it was the greatest thing ever. I listen to that constantly.
Oh, well, thank you very much. So you're a doll.
Thank you, Jim.
All right, buddy. Let's see here. Who do we got? Oh, that's the worst. Tony in Connecticut. Unexpected tax bill. What's up, Tony?
Hey, Jim. How are you?
Great. How are you?
Oh gosh, I need the chipper's help. See, I just got hit with an $800 tax bill.
You should have ducked. Fucking do what I said.
Don't get daffy with me.
I'm just teasing, just chipping you, babe. Go ahead.
Listen, I got a cute little beach house up here on the Connecticut shoreline.
Aww. Go ahead.
I know. If I was gay, I'd have you up and I'd lick your ass all.
You're a good boy.
For the $800 tax bill. But if there are any burn victims, fatties, girls with missing limbs, I'm non-judgmental, we can hang, I'm willing to male prostitute myself.
Well, you're saying, what can you do to get the money?
Well, breast victims, anybody who feels better. I'm 5'8", 175 pounds. The only thing I have to sell is my jet ski, so I don't want to sell that.
Yeah, well, how long do you have to pay it, dude? You can't fuck with the government. How long do you have to pay it? I hate the government and I hate taxes, but I always pay them on time.
I only owe him $800 on a $500,000 house, but the problem is I'm just out of cash and I can't work because I had a previous mental injury.
Oh,
Chipper, what the fuck do I do? I can't rob a bank. I can't do anything.
Well, if you don't have any money in the bank, dude, I borrow it from somebody. That's all I can tell you. You got to pay it.
Listen. I need a fatty. Any girl that wants to have a nice day, we can walk on the beach. I love you. $800 for a weekend. How's that? Call Jim right now.
I think that's a fair offer.
As long as you don't have a penis.
All right, well, that's where you and I differ, sir. All right, buddy, I got a bunch of calls. Thank you, doll.
I'll take the chipper.
Goodbye, piece of garbage. Nick in Minneapolis or Minnesota. Lying and cheating. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Jimmy. Hey, I just want to say, I want a little bit of appraisal for Jim Norton right now. There's a whole facet in Minnesota in my high school that all they do is chip jokes, and none of them know where it comes from. I always did chip in high school, and that got me laid plenty of times because people were like, this guy's funny.
I wish you would get me laid, piece of garbage.
Right. So my problem, Jim, is I find myself having an issue with pathologically lying to people in instances. Like if in places where people aren't even asking me questions, I'll intersperse like a lie. Like I'll be like, oh, I work at my brother's dentist firm. And like I don't have it. It's just to say that I don't have a job, but I'm nervous about like telling people that I'm, I just want to like spice up my own interests and my own life. So I don't know, like, have you ever had any problems with pathologically lying to somebody or for whatever reason?
No, I've lied to girlfriends and stuff like that and been shitty, but it's never been a pathological. There was always a reason for it in the moment. Like I didn't want to get caught doing something I shouldn't do. But did I ever just make shit up? Like, hey, I used to do that for a living. Or I used to I never did that. No.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
Yeah,
all right, well, you just got to keep, now that you've caught yourself doing it, you should ask yourself why you do it. Say, why am I doing this?
I think one of my biggest issues is I have a fear of failure the first time. I know I have a couple, when I went to college, in high school, I used to cheat off for essays or whatever, thinking, because I want to be a writer. And I would always think, I'll learn my own skills of writing later on. None of this stuff, writing about fucking shitty Hemingway right now, it's not going to affect me right now. I'll learn my skills in college. And when I got to college, I was still doing the same thing. And then I got written up. I got caught because you just can't cheat in college. And I got caught for that twice. So now I've got this whole probation thing. And it's this whole thing where I go, I think I just have a big fear of failure the first time. And I think that relates to a lot of issues in my own life, but
probably.
I think
now that at least you're aware of it, stop doing it. Like, just realize that you got a lot to offer, and just stop doing it. Okay, you don't need to do that.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Jim.
All right. Be good. Let's see here. Jason in New York, a former coke addict who's worried about me. Well, thank you, Jason. Hello.
Hey, man. How you doing? I'm 41 years old. I was an addict for about 8 years. started out slow in college, dabbling a little bit with the drinking, and then built on it after there, and did seek treatment and everything else. But I'm actually worried about you. You said it earlier to one of your other callers that addiction takes on different realms, and you'll go from drugs to alcohol to food, and just you had a real sudden weight loss, man. Your voice has changed a little bit, and I hear you sniffle a lot. I've been listening to the show for a long time.
Well, I've always sniffled a lot. I try not to do it as much, dude. I really try, but it's very hard. It's just one of those things that you don't think of. And if I have a conscious effort, I make a conscious effort. I try very hard not to do it, but that's nothing to do with now.
You sure?
100%.
I mean, I work with addicts a lot.
Oh, you mean you think I'm doing coke?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. No, dude, I was such a dysfunctional fucking person and I'm not capable, like, I'm not saying I'm the most honest guy on earth, but I could never just sit and tell that lie. Like, yes, I'm sober when I'm not. So I appreciate you being concerned, but absolutely not.
100%?
That's all you gotta do is tell you no, dude. If I believe me, the answer is 100% zero substances since January 31st, 1987, unless you want to count coffee and fucking trannies.
I love it. All right, man. I just, you hear things, you see things, and then you worry. So I love you on the radio, man, and keep it up.
Thank you, Jason, but I am 100%. I say sober means that I'm living this amazing life. Let's just say I'm 100% dry. You know what I mean? There's times where I'm sober, there's days where I'm not, but I'm absolutely not using. But thank you for asking.
You got it, man.
All right, buddy. Take care. Let's see. Jack in Boston. What are you, jacking off in Boston or something? Fucking Chipperson rules.
Chip off. Hey, Jim, thanks for taking my call. 34 years old. I got 3 kids. Been married for a little over 10 years. So when my wife was having kids, I was, obviously not having a lot of sex at home, and I started, visiting massage parlors. Okay. And the sex life kind of goes back and forth with the wife, depending on what's going on, and it was almost as if when I was it's almost like that feeling you get in your stomach if you're looking through the ads and you get that feeling in your stomach, that anticipation. It's almost like when first time you find a nudie magazine when you're a kid.
Sure.
And it's trying to chase that. And now I'm in a spot where I got a great life. I have a fantastic life. My kids are awesome. My wife is, for the most part, great. Sometimes we have absolutely amazing sex, but it's not, I don't know if it's not enough, if it's not that same excitement level.
Or it's not the high. There's nothing druggish about it. Yeah, man, I really know what you mean. It's so fucking hard. That's the hard part about not cheating. The hard part about not cheating is keeping the enthusiasm in a long-term relationship. That's the fucking hard part. It's possible to do, but it is extraordinarily difficult. How do you keep it fresh? How do you keep it feeling brand new? Not easy, man. Not easy.
Yeah.
So.
And I get to a point at this point where I don't even want to do it, and then I haven't done it in probably 6 weeks, whatever. And then last time I did it, I was I don't want to do that anymore. And then I did it, and then after I'm what the fuck? But it's the same thing. It's the high going into it, but then at the end of it, it's why the fuck did I do that?
Well, sometimes what helps me not do something is remembering how bad I felt last time. There are times where that will help. Just remember, they say keep the memory green. Just remember how lousy I felt last time. And a lot of times that will help me not do it now.
All right.
So good luck, man. I know how you feel, and it stinks.
Thanks, Jimmy.
All right. You're welcome. Let's see who we got here. Bobby in Massachusetts. What's up, Bobby?
How's it going, Jim?
How are you?
Doing well. So I work in the beer industry. I do sales and promotions, stuff like that. I'm always out. And I'm drinking way too much. I know I am. It's difficult to get away from. And even when I don't have, say a promo or something, I'm telling my wife I do just to be out. And I just think I got a problem at this point. And I don't know what to do because it's a huge part of what I do for a living.
Well, you can still get sober even if you're around alcohol. I mean, I work around it. I wasn't doing that when I drank. But I remember when I got sober, there was a guy who we called George the bartender. And he was sober for many, many years. And he bartended while he was sober for many years. Jesus. And he said that really kept his memory very green, as they say. It's kind of hard to not remember, how bad it was when you see people ruining their lives every night. So you can get, if you want to get clean and sober, you can do it regardless of your job.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, there's festivals and stuff we're always going to, and, now even at work, like I had a meeting, and everyone's sitting around drinking. I mean, it's fucking before noon. And I'm, trying not to, but yeah, you're going to get a buzz on. There's nothing in my stomach. And now I'm sitting there like, fuck, I got to, and we kept it going. It was a goddamn Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, if it's affecting you and you're not happy with that, then you just got to stop doing it. That's all. You got to stop doing it.
Yeah, it's a weird question asking, though, like when I try to stop. And like, what's wrong with you? It's a weird pressury sort of.
Yeah, don't worry about that. It's worse when they say what's wrong with you because you've been arrested for drunk driving because you hit somebody, or it's when they say what's wrong with you when you got thrown in jail for a fist fight you had. So there's a lot worse and more embarrassing things that can happen. And if people bother you about it, you can always tell them, I'm allergic to it. That's all. People don't give that much of a shit, dude. They care, but not like you tell them you're fucking allergic to it. That's all.
All right. Well, thanks, Doc Kaka.
All right, buddy. Be good.
Thank
fucking
you.
Piece of garbage. I straightened him out. Let's see here. Dummy in Buffalo. What's up, Dummy?
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Hey, man.
I've been out of work for 7 months. I got fired for kind of a stupid thing, and I blame myself for it. They fired me for sexual discrimination. And circumstances were very odd, but mostly because the regional manager and the store manager hated me. But at one point I said something about, we had a meeting and I said something about, we were talking about our kids and how they were paying the ass, and I had something about, well, we all should have worn our rubbers today because it was raining. And they made me sign a warning, of course, and all that garbage. But then about a month later, somebody brought in a pie that they baked for the office staff, and all these took place in the office, not in front of customers.
Right.
And I said, that kind of looks like a hair pie, doesn't it? Well, they suspended me for 5 days.
Okay.
Told me to come back to work. When I came back to work, they called me back in the office and say, listen, we got to let you go. Now, I was the leading salesperson in this region for the last 3 years. And
yeah, but the problem is, dude, the problem is, and I understand why you'd be frustrated, but the problem is that you've become a detriment if you're making jokes like that, especially after you got warned, because if they get a sexual harassment lawsuit and there's a history there and they didn't, that's what they're thinking. I mean, that's what you have to think. You got to be smarter than that, because I know the desire to do it, believe me. I love, as they say, cracking wise. But you just got to realize when you're working, you can't do that in offices anymore, man. Years ago, you could.
I got that. I understand that. But, I mean, they had it out for me, too. But the problem is, I mean, that job, I was getting paid a nice dollar, and I could go to work right away because of my sales record, but I'd be working the same rotten hours, doing the same stuff, and making half as much money. And I'm almost 60 years old. I just don't want to do it, And I feel real let down on myself, and I'm letting myself just not, oh, poor me type shit, which doesn't help anything.
Yeah, I mean, is there any way you could just get a job that you may not love, but that's can hold you over for now, and then find something better?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I could put on a blue vest and a smiley face and stare at people as they walk through a door, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to pick up, especially after, you're, like you said, you're almost 60. You don't want to have to start over. Well, look, man, we all fuck up. You just got to chalk it up till you fucked up. You're a good dude, I'm sure. You seem like a nice guy. You made a dumb mistake. They did try to warn you. It's a corporate environment. It stinks, but they're all afraid of getting sued, man. That's all it is. They're just...
Well, and I know that, New York, the way it works now, I mean, they can fire you because they don't like the tie you're wearing, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but you know that there was a reason. They did try to get... I'm not saying that they should have fired you. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying.
No, I got you.
But, it's just one of those things. I'm sorry it happened to you. It stinks, but it is what it is.
suck it up and turn it around a little bit.
Yeah, that's all you can do, man. That's really all you can do. All right?
Thanks, Jimmy.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much. Oh, let's see. John in New Jersey, whacking his little penis too much. What's up, John?
Hey, Jim. I'm a young dude, and I grew up with, like, high-speed internet porn, so I think it's sort of, like, desensitized me a little bit.
Sure.
And I'm pretty sure I got, like, ED because of it, because, like, about 2 months ago, I was with this smoking chick, right? But I just couldn't get a rod. Like, I couldn't get it hard, and I think...
Hold on, let me ask you honestly. Were you turned on by her, or did you just think you were supposed to be?
Nah, she was, like, really cute, and she was a little older.
Sometimes, I'm sure she's great. Sometimes just because they're cute doesn't mean you're turned on by them. And I'm only asking you that because a lot of times we think that we are supposed to be attracted to somebody who we wind up not being attracted to. And we think that, now you might have problems from jerking off, but just also realize that it could have been that you're just not as attracted to her as you thought.
Okay, I'm just thinking, but, like, she was also a little older, too, and I'm really into, like, she was, like, 4 years older than me. She was, like, 23, 24.
Oh, okay.
So I was really, I don't know what it was, and I'm pretty sure it's that because, like, I looked it up, and a lot of other young dudes having problem with, like, they just constantly jerked off, and now when it comes to, like, real girls, they can't get it hard. So I'm trying to go, like, 3-4 months without, like, rubbing one out, but I'm, like, up to day 4, and it's a little rough, I just keep thinking about it.
Yeah, you might give your dick a break, though. That's the only thing you can really do is give your dick a break. And in time, that will get better. You know what I mean? But a lot of times it is you abuse yourself so much, you got to give your dick a total break. And I'm sure you'll be okay.
Do you do anything, like, when you're about to, I know you had, like, you're a sex addict, and do you do anything, like, stop yourself? Like, do you just start writing, like, a joke or two, or do you just do any other activity to get your mind off it?
Yeah, sometimes writing helps. Sometimes it doesn't. A lot of times reading helps or watching TV. That's one reason I started taking the subway, was just to get out of the fucking house more. So, it sounds crazy, but sometimes getting out of the house and just changing up your routine a little bit really helps. But, it is possible to do.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it, and appreciate you to introduce me to cuckold porn, you sweet boy.
I know. Enjoy it, my friend. You're a naughty boy, you. All right. Let's see here. James in Staten Island. You and your cousin are both vets. What's up, buddy?
Jimmy, first, I'm a huge fan.
Thank you.
So all right. Well, I got a quick question. I don't know if it's a question or if it's just like this weird complaint that I just need to vent about, but all right. So me and my cousin are both vets. I was in the Navy, and after I had gotten out, my cousin joined the Army. Before he went in, he was like a heroin addict, and this was going to be his way of like becoming sober, like a terrible idea. So he went into the Army. He got kicked out after, I don't know, maybe 6 months of from heroin use. But now, like, with like the upcoming holiday, like July 4th is coming up, and like during Veterans Day and everything, people are posting these pictures on Facebook of like him in his uniform and me in my uniform. They're always like, "Oh, thank you guys so much for all you've done." They didn't do shit. He went to boot camp and he got kicked out for fucking heroin. Like, I served, you know what I'm saying? Like, I actually went there and did something with my life. And not that I'm not proud of him for what he achieved, like through sobriety, but be proud of him for that. Be proud of him for like other things that he's achieved. Don't be proud of him for something he never did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I understand. I wouldn't get caught up in that. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that, like, all right, he's getting some praise that maybe he didn't 100% earn, but you can't really go crazy about that. You know what I mean? Let him have it. It's like, not important.
Am I a dick though?
You're not a dick. No, you're probably right. Like, yeah, he probably shouldn't be getting that praise, but if he is, let him have it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just let somebody have their little praise. You don't have to interfere with it, but I wouldn't let it drive you crazy.
Oh, and one more thing. Every time I go on the subway now, I'm like looking at chick feet. And like,
good. Look at those tootsies.
You've got me like totally hooked on chicks' feet on the subway, man. Like, it's crazy, and there's some beautiful feet out there.
Yeah, there really are some nice ones. Some sweaty ones for a bad boy's face. Okay, man. Take care, all right?
Thanks.
All right, buddy. Billy in Brooklyn came into money. Oh no, I hope you wipe your pecker off. Fuck it, I'm just on fire. What's up?
Yeah, Jim. I'm in the process of selling my home in Park Slope, Brooklyn. I'm getting a nice price, but I can't walk out the door without people. I got friends. I got somewhat strangers. Oh, I'm hearing their hard luck story.
Sure.
One guy wants me to buy his girlfriend, a car.
No, you don't do that. You don't do any of that shit. You can be nice, but you could also say, look, no, man, I'm having some tax issues. That's all.
Yeah, but they're all like, oh, well, then, they're like addicts. It's never enough, and they're always gonna try and wheedle you and beg you and everything.
Yeah, you gotta be strong, dude, because you're not doing anything. If you want to help somebody, that's great. But
no,
if it's just they're coming out of the woodwork, well, then you got to stand strong and not fall for that shit. Honestly.
I'm just gonna fucking take off in the middle of the night.
Well, I know it's hard. I definitely know it's hard.
All right. Thanks a lot. Say little Uncle Paul for me.
Yay!
Bye-bye.
All right, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's horrible when everybody's fucking trying to get your fucking moolah. Mike in New York, what's up with you and the old wife?
Hey, Jimmy, what's going on?
How are you?
So, I'm coming up on my 7th year anniversary this summer. And my wife and I knew from day one that we were completely opposite people. She's very conservative. I'm she likes to say I'm a pervert, whatever. I have, whatever. So we haven't been intimate, and she thinks there's something wrong with me. She thinks I keep a calendar, and I don't. I know when it was, but like 5-6 months, whatever. So this morning, I've been trying. I try to be sweet. I try to do this. I try to do that. Try to give her a massage. She's always with the phone and the fucking Facebook, and she told me today, I think it's a better idea that we live in the same house, but we don't. I want nothing more. You know what I mean? And I'm like, well, how long do you think that's going to last? And I think that's a pretty stupid idea because that's not really living, and we're cheating ourselves out of pure happiness. Now we have 2 children, amazing, beautiful children. And I'm just sort of at a loss. I don't know what to do. I don't see how long that could last for if she's true to her feelings. Any ideas?
Nah, I mean, is there anything she asked you to do specifically or no?
She's a very, very religious person, and I'm not. And I asked her if that happened, if that had to do with it. She said that's part of it. And I asked her, I said, well, what do you want to change? What do you want to change in our daily routine or our lives together that you're going to basically rip this family apart? And she didn't have an answer for me. So I don't know. A friend of mine's going through it now, and he said it's hard, but at the end of the day, it all depends on what's going to make you guys happy. And I'm like, well, being with my family is going to make me happy, but if that's not what she wants, who wants to be with somebody that doesn't want to be with them back? I'm almost like a glutton for punishment.
No, I mean, sometimes it's hard to let go. It doesn't always mean you're a glutton for punishment if you like somebody and, they want to let go and you don't. Sometimes it's really hard, man.
But even when her difference is, even when she suffers what I like to call, a lot of women today, they suffer from what I like to call bitch face syndrome.
Okay.
They're pretty beautiful girls, but they always have a fucking sourpuss on their face. And no matter what they have or they never are happy or good enough. Nothing's ever good enough. So I just, like I said, I don't know if I'm beating a dead horse, as my father used to say, or, and I'm sort of like, well, a zebra doesn't change his stripes. I am who I am. I don't do anything out of the way. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I don't gamble. I do nothing wrong, really. And I'm sort of torn. Like, what do I do? Do I just suck it up and harden the fuck up and just stick in with it for my kids? And be in just a friendship kind of roommate relationship? Or do I just cut my losses?
Well, I wouldn't want to cut your losses yet. I mean, give it a little bit of time. And
I had said to her, why don't we go for counseling? And she was like, I think we're beyond that. We're beyond help.
Oh, well, then if she wants to leave, there's nothing you can do. I mean, but
I love her.
No, I know, man. But either that or just call her bluff. Say, all right, if you want to move, we'll just. I mean, what are you gonna do?
I know.
You know, there's nothing you can do. If someone says, I want to leave, did you sure she didn't meet anybody else?
Well, you know, here's the thing with that. I know her from, I just don't see her doing that. I think that maybe there's always a possibility that she could have met somebody on like a spiritual level, because, you know, she goes to church and, you know, like I said, she's Christian and I'm not. And, I mean, I don't know. I can't see her doing that, but she always thought that
someone at church.
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I'm just, you know, when you're trying to figure out what the hell happened and where it went wrong, and there's no, you know, I keep telling her, I'm like, you're dancing around the issues, and she's like, I'm not dancing around anything. This is just what it is. Like, I've tried multiple times. Like, our relationship is almost like a roller coaster, like ups and downs, like any other relationship. But there's always something. Like, there's, you know what I mean? I don't know if you've ever been in that situation.
Well, she's willing to break the family up. She doesn't want to try to work anything out. I mean, you know, maybe she's not as great a catch as you think.
You know what it is? It's like, again, we have 2 children, and they're the most important thing to me, and they're both daddy's little girls. And I said to her, I'm like, she thinks there's something wrong with me. I'm in my 30s, and she thinks there's something wrong that I want sex. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be intimate with the person that you love.
Yeah.
She's like, well, I just don't want it. Now, I come from, and she knew this, I have very sexual. I've always have been. I've got, you know, I don't like to brag. I got a lot of notches on my belts. And I've experienced things with her and she with me that she's never done. And you know what I mean? So it's sort of like it's very rare that we do have sex, but when we do, it's explosive and amazing.
Yeah, that sucks, the attitude she seems to have about it, man. Maybe give her a separation and see how it goes.
All right. You know, it's just hard because, you know, I'm going to give you just a quick one. I know you're busy and you probably got to go. I received a picture back in October of a friend of mine wearing a Halloween costume. Not even bad, just a little cleavage. And she looked through my phone when I wasn't let her borrow my phone and make a phone call. She kicked me out of the house for like 3 days. And she wanted me to tell the kids, and they're young, that I was leaving because I had an inappropriate relationship with somebody, which I didn't. It was a friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I would suggest a separation. If she's that hard up on it, man, that's all you can do.
All right. I appreciate it, Jim.
Take care, man. Hey, Joe in Virginia has an obese friend. What's up, buddy?
Jim, how are you, man? I love the show.
Thank you very much.
I have a good friend, a really good friend that I've had for 25 years, and my core group of friends, we're all worried about the guy. He is, man. He's just morbidly obese, and the problem is that we think he's just given up. And he lives by himself. He's not doing a lot socially, and he's the best guy. He's the most outgoing guy you ever meet, and he's one of the funniest human beings I've ever met. And it goes to like an intervention, maybe. I don't know, man. I just don't know what to do. And you know, we're in our 40s, and I think he's literally has said before, after drinking a bit, he said something about dying in his. He knows he's going to die probably around when he's 50. And it's just, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's obviously depressed. I mean, that really, you know, that stinks to be that obese and not willing to do anything about it. You know what I mean? And kind of resign to the fact.
Oh, yeah, big time.
That's just the way it is. So what's your question? What can you do for him?
Yeah, man, I don't know if I think he might flip if we do some sort of, you know, like, because I've approached it before years ago, and he just blew up in a sense of, don't you think I know that? Don't you think I know that I'm this? And he thinks he's tried everything, but he really hasn't. You know, when he lost weight before, it was just frozen lean cuisine every day. He doesn't make his own meals. I mean, he just constantly orders food in and just eats like once a day. So
he's an addict who's not willing to do anything. There's nothing you can do except just keep being supportive and tell him that you really want him to get better, but you can't make him do it, buddy, unfortunately.
I want to say, what the hell's going on around here?
Yeah, what the hell's going on around here? And then like point to his gut. All right, man. Thank you very much for the call.
I think you're one of the best comics going today, man. I mean that.
Thank you so much, man. Right. And thanks to everybody for the calls today. We are out of time. And thank you, Sweet Lou, for doing a dynamite job and whatever it is you do over there. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning with Opie.
Thanks for listening to The Jim Norton Show. Hear all that advice whenever you want to on demand at SiriusXM.com/on-demand. On SiriusXM is real.